We can laugh at all the bloody fools. The fools in Spain, the fools in Iraq. Are we any better? Are we any different? But no, you laugh at the other fool. This is man. You do it all the time. You are in the firing line, you laugh at the other fool. Not that you are the bloody fool. You are in the fighting line now. No, nobody sees that. You see the other fool.
The responsibility to spread the message of Islam is upon every Muslim society. Failure to continuously do so would result in severe weakening of the Ummah, as shown throughout our history. Let the good Sheikh explain further.
$800 the Muslims ruled Spain. Do you know that? 800 years. Had a jolly good time, the Muslims. They beget bastard children from the Spanish women. Didn't convert them. Ahl al-Kitab, people of the book. 800 years. And they're reading the Quran. And they understood the Quran. Unlike us. We Hindi Muslims, or we African Muslims, or we new brothers in faith, we read the Quran, if at all, for sawab, for blessings, for music, beautiful recitation. We read it. Allah will give us sawab, He'll give us blessings, inshallah. Not for understanding. Hardly any of us understand. Is that a fact? Hardly any. But the Arabs understood. The Arabs in Spain, they were reading and they knew the language. They kept to the language. They understood the Quran. And they're reading. كَمْ تَرَكُوا مِنْ جَنَّاتٍ وَعُيُونٍ. Allah is warning them. So how many were the gardens and the fountains they left behind? وَزُوءٍ وَمَكَامٍ كَرِيمٍ. And cornfields and monumental buildings. وَنِعْمَةٍ كَانُوا فِيهَا فَاكِهِينَ. And wealth and the amenities of life in which they took so much delight. Hey, maza. Enjoyed themselves. Allah is describing the scenes. كَذَلِكَ وَأَوْرَثْنَاهَا قَوْمًا آخَرِينَ. Thus other people were made to inherit these things. فَمَا بَقَتْ عَلَيْهِمُ السَّمَاءُ وَالْأَرْضُ وَمَا كَانُوا مُنْذَرِينَ. And neither the heavens nor the earth shed a tear for them, nor was respite given to them anymore. They're reading and they understand what they're reading. They're not like us parrots. They understood. But when they're reading, they are visualizing the Egyptians. They're thinking the bloody fools, the Egyptians. You know, Allah sent the Pharaoh. Allah sent 9 plagues after plagues, destroyed them, 9 plagues. But the fools wouldn't listen. They talk about the pyramids, they talk about the Sphinx, they talk about those Abu Simbel, all the temples, the huge monuments. Unbelievable. When you go and visit those things, you can't imagine that these people 5,000 years ago, they built these monuments. The pyramid, this logistics of the pyramid, each block 50 ton. How do you get these 50-ton blocks together? Without your modern machineries, how did they do it? You can't imagine it. That you have these blocks side by side, you can't put a cardboard in between. Once the thing is set, how do you get these 2 blocks together? And another one together? Come and think. You engineers who are studying engineering, how do you get them together? You just marvel. The Muslims in Spain are laughing at the Egyptians, the bloody fools. Pharaoh, he didn't heed the warning. Allah destroyed them. You see, Allah destroyed them. The bloody fools don't know that they are in the firing line. They are in the firing line. But no, you laugh at the other fool. This is man. You do it all the time. You are in the firing line, you laugh at the other fool. Not that you are the bloody fool. You are in the firing line now. No, nobody sees that. You see the other fool. They are not prepared to propagate Islam to the Spanish people. Why? Pig eaters. Pig eaters. Wine bibbers. Pittak log. What can they understand about Islam? Your forefathers, you Arabs, they were worse than any Spanish community anyway. No Spanish fellow has married his stepmothers. No Spanish Christian ever buried his daughters alive. But no, you laugh at the other fool. Allah says, فَتَرَبَّسُوا. You wait. حَتَّى يَأْتِيَ اللَّهُ بِأَمْرِهِ. Until Allah's decision comes about for your destruction. And they waited for 800 years. Allah waited and they waited. Our brothers, they waited. Until they were kicked out to a man. There was not one guy left in that country to give the azan after 800 years. What a failure. If the white man is kicked out, man is going to leave behind 80% of the Africans Christian. You know that? In 300 years, he did it. 80% will be Christian, saying, Chesu. Right? We, after 800 years, not one guy left to give the azan. This is Allah's law. You don't do your job, it's yastabdil qawman ghayra.
In previous videos expounded from this particular lecture, there were a lot of comments that criticized the good Sheikh due to his comments over the pre-Islamic Arabs, using the term barbarians. The words of Sheikh Deedat were harsh, and his manner of speech and choice of words were rude, because he was addressing university students during a pre-khutbah session at the University of KwaZulu-Natal in South Africa. This manner of speech is often the most effective for young men who are often hot-blooded but lack the wisdom of age. The comment regarding the Arabs were not meant to degrade, but simply to highlight the value of Islam. It does not only apply to the Arabs, but to all nations. As Muslims, we understand full well how, without Islam, surely we would have nothing left. We Muslims today, as a whole, generally have neglected the effort to spread Islam and had focused our attention only towards personal ibadah and chasing the dunya. The comfort of this worldly life had deluded us from our duty to spread Islam, and Muslim countries are happy with maintaining the current status quo. Even the term Dawah had been diluted to mean advising other Muslims instead of calling non-Muslims towards Islam.
Baghdad, Samarkand, Bukhara, and the Harun al-Rashid, Mamun al-Rashid, a veritable fairyland. Those scenes you can only reproduce on film, no more in real life. On the borders were the Mongols, the barbarians. What about preaching to them? So what can they understand? Your forefathers could. Allah says, "Fatarabbasu." You wait. And they waited until destroyed. Whole thing destroyed. Baghdad, Samarkand, Bukhara, shit, destroyed. Still coming nearer home, our motherland, India, Pakistan. We Muslims ruled India for 1,000 years. After 1,000 years of Muslim rule, eventually when partition takes place, the Muslim gets 1/4, the Hindu gets 3/4. Why? You didn't do the job. You had a jolly good time and you're paying the price. The price that we are paying now is for that neglect. What about here? Are we any better? Are we any different? We can laugh at all the bloody fools. The fools in Spain, the fools in Iraq, Baghdad, Samarkand, Bukhara, these bloody fools, the Mughals in India. We are the clever guys. Huh? I'm saying that you and I, we are now in the firing line. You are in the firing line. You don't do your job. What's happening to our brothers in Bosnia? Worse, wallah, worse. I don't know, somehow Allah has spared us. Wallah, He has spared us. With all this neglect of ours, He has spared us. So far, some special protection is being given to us. We are being treated like Allah's pets, being looked after. But this is the law of God. Allah gives you opportunity. Here, on this campus, He's given you opportunity. You are getting education. You will be the future leaders of the Muslim Ummah.
If you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe to Islamica to support our efforts. Thank you.